What will life be like for people in future decades? There are many indications that they will be facing serious problems because of progressing environmental disasters. So the ice caps is melting, the forest fires is getting a lot worse. Global temperatures are quickly rising. Greenhouse gas levels are quickly rising. Um, there's increasing freshwater shortages. There's worsening droughts. There's worsening heat waves. Um, Vertebrate animal wildlife populations are dropping quickly. Insect populations are dropping quickly. Fish populations are dropping quickly. Deforestation is rapidly progressing. There's less and less trees on Earth each year, by like 15 billion less trees each year out of 3 trillion or something. And then they're cutting down the rainforests. And anyway, so what's life going to be like for people decades from now? Okay, well, it's going to be different because of these progressing environmental problems for the global environment and the ecosystem. And so, ecosystems. And I hate this so much. So, anyways, how well we respond to environmental problems will determine what life is like for people decades from now. Environmental security. What's environmental security? Environmental security is how what's happening in the environment relates to how secure and safe we are and how secure and safe society is. So, there are problems in terms of our environmental security which are rapidly getting worse. And to promote our environmental security, to promote people doing better decades from now in terms of how what's going on in the environment affects their lives, we need to be responding to these environmental problems, which are rapidly getting worse. So work to promote our environmental security so that people will be safer in the future. We need to work to promote our environmental security so people will be safer in the future. We need to respond to problems like rising greenhouse gas levels and rising global temperature and worsening droughts and worsening heat waves and worsening forest fires and the ice caps melting. The Arctic ice cap is melting a lot, about 13% per decade in terms of summer sea ice extent. And we need to respond to the problem of rapidly dropping vertebrate animal wildlife populations. So that's fish, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and birds. Populations of those animals are dropping all over the world. Insect populations are dropping rapidly. Fish populations dropping rapidly, so people will have less fish food available, with less fish for food available in future decades by far. And then there's worsening freshwater shortages, so the amount of people freshwater is used, there's less available compared to how much people are trying to use. These are problems in the environment. They're like environment related problems that we need to be responding to now to allow people to be safer in the future. So, I repeat myself. That's what we need to do. It's important to learn more about issues related to severe environmental problems. So I'm talking about like some very large scale changes taking place on our planet, like rapid deforestation, rapid decrease in vertebrate animal wildlife populations, rapid decrease in insect populations, the melting of the ice caps and the Greenland ice sheet, and melting of mountain glaciers. Rising greenhouse gas levels, rising global temperatures, rising ocean temperatures, ocean acidification. There are a lot of serious environmental problems that relate to how well we will be doing in coming years, as in how secure and safe people will be, and how well we'll be doing in coming decades, how secure and safe people will be. So we need to deal with problems which affect our environmental security, and we need to do that for the sake of our future safety. So seriously, learn more about serious worsening, progressing trends of worseningness in the environment. What else? Okay, this term environmental security would be important to maybe start using or something like it. If you think, I think environmental security works pretty well, but it just seems like it's under responded to how environmental problems can make us less safe and make society less safe. And, environmental problems can cause serious problems and dangers for people and for serious problems for society. So, it's just, I don't think it's taken seriously enough as a danger, like these worsening trends in various environmental aspects or issues or categories or whatever. There are a lot of serious environmental problems. Work to learn more about them, so that people can be better protected in future years and future decades. So, how well we deal with environmental problems currently, the choices we make and how well we deal with environmental problems will determine how safe people are in the future and what their life quality will be. So, like environmental security work, as in learning more about the problems in our environment that relate to how secure we are, and then doing something to respond to these problems and dangers. Environmental security work should become far more common and more resources to environmental security, because these environmental problems are going to be related to how well we're doing, increasingly so in future years and decades, as our environmental problems worsen, as the global warming problem worsens, as there are increasing negative effects from nature wildlife loss and insect loss and deforestation, increasing negative effects from the range of problems related to global warming. So how it's going, how secure we are and how safe we are is actually going to be increasingly related to how well we're dealing with environmental problems, because the environmental problems are getting worse. Okay. So environmental security work, like that's something that should be done like a lot more, like a lot more resources should be given to that. There should be more people working on that. And this term environmentalist, just if you call it environmental security work, people might respond better to that, because yes, we need to deal with problems in our environment to promote our security and safety, and to promote people's security and safety in the future. We need to deal with environmental problems now so that people will be safer in coming years and in coming decades. Yep. So learn about the various severe negative trends in the environment and in wildlife and in forests and rainforests, and learn more about all that, and then communicate that knowledge with other people, and then do things to respond to these environmental problems. Do some environmental security work. Oh, you're doing that thing. You're starting to nod in agreement. You're going to learn more about serious environmental problems that relate to how safe people will be in future decades. And you're going to do something related to environmental security work. You're going to start communicating to people about the information you're putting in an effort to learn about related to serious environmental problems. Yep, we're in agreement here. You're agreeing. I'm seeing you agree. You're going to do the environmental security work. You're just nodding so enthusiastically about doing the environmental security work. And I'm saying you should watch this video more than once. I'm saying watch this video like 5 times so you'll remember and use the information better. More than 5 times, maybe. And you're agreeing, like, yeah, watch it 5 times or even more so I'll remember and use the information contained in this video. You're agreeing. I appreciate your enthusiastic agreement. Do some environmental security work.